Sanibonani, welcome back to another episode of Hearty Thursdays. Ngumama Wezizwe Sibia, and I'm here to fill your hearts with art. In this podcast, we talk about art. We talk to the people that make the art, the people behind the people that make the art, and the people that make the art, but a lot of people don't know that they do. And today we are so excited to have one of the most talented performers in the house. Our guest to know Moloi is an actor, big boxer, dancer, director, facilitator, voiceover artist, a creative. Kahle kahle. Welcome to Hearty Thursdays. Thank you so much for coming. How are you?
Thanks for having me. Finally.
Yo, finally. We've been since season 1. We've been trying to make it work, and it's just like schedules were clashing, but thank God, finally. Please tell us about you, your background, where were you born?
Thanks again. Thanks for having me, Mama. So my name is Moloi. I was born and bred in the Free State, in a small village called Bala. So I was born there. Went to school there, like primary, high school, and then immediately after my high school, I left. But I've been since I was born until I finished my matric.
That's interesting. So, how walk me through your early experiences in like community theater while you were still in Accra. You started in grade 7.
Yes, grade 7. So, around Kasiaka, like where I used to stay. So like there was this community theater, but when at that time we didn't know it as community theater, or we didn't call it as a community theater because of like we didn't know anything about theater because of like where I come from. There's no theater, so we used to call them youth clubs.
Okay.
So we'll do music, dance, acting. So I think it started there. Because I remember how I got to be part of them. There was this day where I was coming back from school. Then I went home. Then when I got home, did my shirt and then my socks, because my dad will always be like, "Man, when you come back to school, you know what to do." So like the other day, did that, and then after I was just walking around town. I mean, my Kasi. So and then I think I heard a sound of choir from a distance, like like Dintang. And then I approached, and then when I got there, there was this shack around Kasi, around where I used to stay. So like it was just a yard with a shack inside, but no one was staying there. So like one of the gents used it, and then they started that. So like I got there, and then when I got in, just saw a lot of people, like we're having fun, like dancing, singing. I was like, what's happening here? Let me join in here. And then I started there.
I think such initiatives are very important, and we need them back in our communities because now we no longer have such things in our guys. We no longer have like arts community centers. So, how was your first experience at PACCOFS Civic Center?
Bloemfontein. So after my matric, so like when I go to high school, I went to high school far from my hometown, and then when I got there, I met up with people who are who are interested in art, and then we started to create our own thing from there. So like after matric, it was a sad moment for each and every one of us, because of like some were going to Joburg, some were going to Velkom, and then I decided to go to Bloemfontein. Then when I go to Bloemfontein, I was like, I'm alone now, So now, but I still want this art. Yes, I'm here to study, but I don't just want to focus on studying. I also want to do art. Sharp. So I think first term, I was still, roaming around, hustling, when you want to get to a place. So I saw the post that there's a talent show at PACCOFS, Bloemfontein. Yeah. So I was like, okay, talent show. I have talent. Let me go And then when I got there were 4 categories. There was acting, singing, dance, and beatboxing. You know, so I was like, acting. I haven't done something like a one-hander or a monologue that I can perform
confident with
on this professional stage, because I'm like, now this is theater. I'm used to, community theaters or youth clubs. So like now when I get here, I was like, no, I'm not going to perform any monologue thing. But I had beatboxing, a set that I've been doing before. I was like, let me go with beatboxing. So like I got to category, and then when I register, I think there were 8 guys, and then they were all white. I was like, can fella daki? Let me get in, and then I sign up. Okay, and then after signing up, and then I waited. I don't know anyone. Like I'm just alone. I'm there. Yeah, you can see for like these people are used to the space. Yeah, a good experience of theater. Waited there, and then we got in. Then when we got in, like everyone who was performing and everyone who was not performing, they were all sitting on an auditorium. Sharp. Okay, they went for music and acting, and then they got to beatboxing. They went to this white boys. I was like, okay, then I went. Then when I got there, so like I've been listening to the soil like since years ago. So like I was like, when I look at the audience, I see that there's a lot of black people. I was like, let me go for the soil beats. No, so like I used the soil beats, and then while I was beatboxing, so like I'm alone. I'm just doing the beatboxing, but there's no vocals, and then the audience started to join.
Oh, wow.
I did, and then they joined, and then they sang. I was like, oh man, that was a great experience of my life.
You still remember the set?
No, but
It's been years.
yeah, I don't remember the set, but I still remember some of the beatboxing that I was doing, but not the whole set, because I think we had 6 minutes each. So I was like, nah. And then afterwards there were prizes, and then I was able to get a position 1 from my category.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Wow. So then, how did you get to then master all these things? Because then you could only fit into one category, but now auditions, you can fit into more than one. So what motivated you to be like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna do this voiceover acting. I'm still gonna be an actor. I'm still gonna dance. I'm still gonna.
I think it's study, like school. I think before studying, I was working with one of the production in Quebec, a theater production. So like the more you work with different people, the more you learn from different people.
Yes.
And then by the time I was going to school, I was already having a little bit of experience. So like it was not something new to me. So I think the more I studied at Town Theatre, Market Theatre, that's when I started to experience this thing and get the, yeah.
And how would you say the Tintown Theatre or the Market Theatre has contributed to like your growth and development as an artist?
Yo. Too much, man. Too much. I appreciate the two institutions because they have added a lot in my career. So when I go to Tintown Theatre, there were like 5 of us in class. That's where we met. So
But I had to drop out.
so like learning in a young or less number, because it was just only 5 students. So like our facilitators, they were able to reach all of us.
Yes.
They were able to see, okay, this one, So I think that helped me a lot, because by the time when I go to Market Theatre, already I was cool.
You're here.
Like
And we were taught by amazing people who put up on us.
As a type of level, yeah, you know. So, yeah, man, they did a lot. Yeah, they did a lot because of like I remember after finishing T-Town, because of like T-Town was 1 year program. So like after finishing, I was no longer approaching life or acting the same way before I got in. So like by the time I got to Market Theatre, you know, those things that I was getting already, I knew them, you know, and then they just came and then added more, you know, and then and then I think that's where when I get to Market Theatre, that's where I started to be like, hey, you need to be a full package, you know. You need to know how to dance. You need to know how to sing, acting, you know, voice over, because they come like this, you know. So yeah, they did contribute a lot, like both Tintal Theatre, Market Theatre. I really thank them. Really.
Yeah, no, there's a show that I went to watch. I think you were choreographing in it. It was amazing. Were you directing or choreographing? I don't remember. It was at the Market Theatre.
Which one?
I remember. But it was with I think first year students. I remember.
Oh, you mean like open class?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So like with open class, there's a lot of short pieces, you know. So we get to direct each other, you know. You get to write your own thing and then you cast it, you know. So like yeah, I think it's one of them alluring, you know, because I think I did direct few, you know. I did direct few because I do have love for directing. I have that eye, you know. So yeah.
That's interesting. I can't wait to watch more works that you're going to direct, both at theater and on screen.
Oh, thank you.
How would you say, like, your personal identity and cultural background, like where you're from, has influenced your work or your craft?
I don't want the coming generation to go through what I went, you know. So I think uh when you know good like where you're coming from, you get to be humble to wherever you are, you know. So I know where I'm coming from. So like I cannot just do things, you know, because maybe because of like I know the struggle, and then you need to be humble. You need to respect whoever you are working with in the space. You cannot just do things. So I think yeah, but if I was just coming from where I was not disciplined, you know, I think maybe it was going to be another story. So like I can say like Ubuntu Hutu, because as an artist you need to have Ubuntu, you know, because you work with different people, you work with you know the different attitude, you know. So like I think for me to be on the same space, I think yeah, just have Ubuntu, man, so that you can be seen by other people. If I work with you and then we have a good energy, tomorrow you'll be able to, you know, recommend me to another person, you know. So like where I come from, ke rutwe botho. Like yeah, man. O be na le botho, phela le batho.
Yeah. And umazi umuntu. So like as artists, I understand because you had to transition from where you grew up to Bloom and then to eventually Johannesburg. And I can only imagine the amount of challenges that you faced. What keeps you going? Like what is that why, that reason that you know what I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm not gonna go find a job, or I'm not gonna go and do something else, but I'm gonna fight for this art.
Because it chose me. Maybe it came to me at the early age. So and then also I started. So like I must finish what I started. So like I don't want to, you know. And then I think that's the only thing that I understand or love, or maybe I can invest my time to it, you know. So also I want to give back to my hometown. So like that's why I'm doing it. I want to make my people or my parents more proud, you know, or whoever who believes in me, you know. Like I believe I want someone, you know. So I think it just matter of yeah, now keep on going, why do you have to stop it? Because of like, you have started my guy already. And then, I don't think it's, you know, yeah, I know for like, Atijwang, but I don't want to put that mentality or articles, blah, 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 blah. Yeah.
So you don't have a backup plan. It's art or nothing.
It's or nothing. That's why, you know, it's so like I cannot stop, you know, because of if I stop, then kimatate.
Yeah. And what would you say has been like the biggest challenge, like being and that you have faced as an artist, you know, moving from Ikwakwa to Johannesburg and so what would you say has been the biggest challenge and how have you overcome it?
I think there's a there's a lot, but let me just pick one. I think when I go to this side, to Joburg, there was a time where I it was so hard for me. I think I was away, or I was not even thinking about art like for 4 months because I was going through a lot, like at home. A lot was happening at home, and then it needed my attention. And then at the same time, I needed to be side so that I can make things work. Because if I go back, I'm going to join the line, you know. So I think, hey man, like challenges makes who we are, you know. So like that's why when they come,
That's true.
we just have to overcome them, you know, and then make sure, hurry, everything happens for a reason, you know. My dad likes to say this thing to me, like, "Emana, everything happens for a reason. There's a reason why this is happening. So like, don't lose it, you know.
Yeah.
Like, stay focused. I know it's not easy. I know, and I know, but you know, go, go. But yeah, man, I think, yeah.
I feel like challenges are either a big lesson or a big blessing, one of the two. But sometimes, you know, we just want the big blessings only and not the lessons. But it's like it has to come in pairs. So tell me about TikTok. How did it start? What is your approach to creating content and how has it impacted your career?
Okay, so it started 2020, COVID-19. So I was home because I had to go back home 2020 around March. So like luckily I went back home, and then when I got home, and then the president was like 21 days, and I was like, this is gonna take time. And then you know, like I was not doing anything. Like when I was home, I was always eating, you know. So like now I was like, let me use what I'm having.
Yes.
So I was just having a phone without the light or light. So I was bored, man. I started TikTok, started watching TikToks, you know, and then I started getting inspired. I was like, okay, let me use what I have. Let me use my skills, you know, like I'm an actor. So like let me just use my creativity, you know, and then put it there. And then until it became a thing, you know, and then I was like, let me not stop. Like I said it, or like if I see something that works for me, I don't stop, I go. And then I think until I got uh my first gig, or my first booking from a brand. That's when I was like, oh, there's something here. And then from there,
When was this?
I was on. That was 2022.
So it took 2 years of consistency before you actually
like the solid thing. Yes. Yeah, before I could get the solid thing, it was 2022. And then, you know, and then afterwards, you know, Majida, they will come and then want you to do them videos. And then when you explain, like, hey, okay, this thing takes time, they don't understand. I think it's one of the challenges that I'm facing. And then it contributed a lot in my in my career, because now, you get to be recognized,
Yes.
and then, and then obviously you need to keep it humble all the time, and then know why you are doing it, So yeah, man, it's working, because now we are in this generation whereby everything is via, socials,
Digital.
digital, so yeah.
Wow. So, what advice would you give someone who wants to start a TikTok journey, or someone who's like, I want to make a living from acting?
Post.
Meh.
Post. That
It's true.
those videos, like, post again, because of, like, with TikTok is tricky. You'll never know.
Yeah.
You'll never know.
Post today video, I could get 14,000
You
views,
know?
then tomorrow it gets 600.
Exactly. So, like with TikTok, never know. Just post, and then, because of, like, sometimes the video, you'll think, like, let's say now you create a video, and then you'll be like, this one get shot, this one is going to million views, and then next one, and then that one whereby we were just playing and then having fun, and then we posted tonight later on, and then also no saying also well, and then and then, so, like, just post, don't doubt yourself, don't doubt your idea, just post, and then find what you want to talk about, or your niche. Yeah, at the beginning, and then when you are in, you can just play and have fun, because of, like, already you have created, the profile. But now, just post.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
So you show a lot of passion about advocating for change in your community, or about, going back and actually doing something. Do you have specific plans, or do you want to go build a center as well, or do you, like, how are you planning to do that?
So back at home, we have this hall called Kutadishaba Hall. So a lot of artists, especially artists from Wakanda, Boshoks, and
There's a place called Wakanda.
no. Yeah, Wakanda.
I didn't know. Wow. Okay.
Okay, so what's happening? Where I come from is Kwak, and then there's a movement called Wakanda. Yeah, it started by Datlokes, So,
What does it do?
like, anything art, like everything art,
That's dope.
or like everything is going to put Kwak, like, in a right manner, or whereby it's going to keep the youth of Kwakwa, to keep on going. So, if you could watch Black Panther, there's one of mountains there. So, like, that mountain is from Kwak.
Really?
Yeah, did you know that?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
So that's why Wakanda,
That's
So,
interesting.
so yeah, I think it's that so we have this thing of having theater, because of, like, that hall, there's a lot of memories there, there's a lot of moments. I myself, I once performed in that hall, there's a lot of people who have performed that, like Bobrand, that they've performed there, inside, and then a whole lot of artists, So now, after some time, that hall, it was shut down. Yakwalwa, and then Haikwalwa now, everyone was doing anything they want. These Nyope boys, they will get in there, and then just smoke there, and then, and then another hall was open. But the way the hall was built inside, it was accommodating, like, it was limited,
Okay.
So, like the first hall that we're having, the way it was built, it's giving theater vibes.
Okay. So it was accommodating performance.
Like everything, So, like, now, we as artists of Kwako or Kwakanda people, we have this thing of, no, like, this thing must be turned to theater.
Yes.
So, like, it's something that they're still busy with, because folks asked for signatures. I think there were particular signatures that needed. So like folks went for them and then got them. So like now they're still busy doing it. But for me, from where I come from, like my village blood, I would really love to have something like art center, whereby I like all these young stars from like us can come and then showcase and then stay away from this thing because like I'm busy man. The only thing about busy guy it's soccer, and then school, and then what's next? So like I feel maybe I can also dintho tse ngata, I can also dintho tse ngata and then keep them safe because this generation, man, it's so fast.
That's true. And a lot of things are happening, Manish. We do need, I'm very passionate about kids.
Yeah.
Even I included, everyone younger than me and everyone my age. I'm very passionate about it as well. And I do believe that we do need to do these things. Shout out to people like the Clocks who are actually actively doing something for the community because we need that. We need the programs, we need the things, like we need the things that are going to expose the kids to different other things.
Sure.
Not just so, because even at schools, it's just soccer, netball, and books. That's it. It's like the school that I went to, we didn't even have a school choir. We didn't have a drama class. We didn't have nothing.
What?
Imagine.
Okay.
Nothing. Like there was nothing artistic. So if you could sing, you didn't really know, I can actually take it to something else later on. So far in your career, what have been some of your most memorable moments or projects, and why do they stand out?
I think I'll go with the recent one, the France one. So last year, June, I got an opportunity to go to France for market theater. So it was NSET students and market theater students.
Okay.
Second years, and then we were.
Was it an exchange program?
Yes, yeah, cultural exchange vibes. So they came to site for 3 weeks, if not 2. We prepared the play, or we devised the play, directed by Matsunyani and Leila.
She's brilliant.
Very. So, and then it was a nice experience, man. I don't want to lie, because I was able to learn a lot of stuff from their culture and their country. So, they came to site for 3 weeks and then we worked for that 3 weeks, and then on Saturdays, obviously, we will go and talk with them, so way to show them what's up. And then Rabashi said, Chesanya, man. And then afterwards, we went back with them. But before leaving, we showcased something that we've been working on to market lab students, first years, and the staff, man. And then we fight. We went to France. So like we have been there for a month. So like it was a nice and a great experience because I was able to learn, and then it's one of something that I've never experienced before, to be at another country for such long, doing what I love, So I think I was like, oh, and I'm looking forward for more of this. So like it was really inspiring, and then it pumped my passion for this, and then it pumped my,
That's very interesting. It poured into you.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself professionally in the next 5 years? I know that now you are leaning more into like on-screen acting compared to theater. Are you planning to keep it at that? Are you like, what's the professional 5-year plan?
5 year. First thing first, I have a play, want to have a play whereby in that part of 5 years, I don't know when it's going to happen, only God knows, but at least having a play whereby it's touring on the world, and then it's having, a lot of awards. So I think having a play, and then obviously get a permanent role, on the screen. But I think having a play whereby I'm behind the direction. And then, yeah, I think maybe it would be a good thing if it's something that I start or I devise with the kids from my
Back
hometown.
at home.
And then it has traveled and then it has won awards.
That will be very interesting. What has been your favorite character on screen or role or like set, favorite set?
Like where
Whether you're doing film or you're doing like maybe you are as a background actor or just what would you say has been like your favorite set
uh,
is now?
I think it's the one I did with much I love Phuma Moya movie. Phuma Moya movie episode 2. I was playing Chapelo. Why? It's my favorite one because of like it was my first one having being a main character and then I'm having the whole 30 minutes. So
You enjoyed it.
of course.
Yeah, I can only imagine. So, where do people see you, your works? Where do they follow you? You can share your socials.
No Moloi. Normally is my name, but on Facebook it's Neo, NEH space OH, and then TikTok at Neo, NEO_OH NEH_OH Neo. I think everywhere, I'm on Facebook, I'm on TikTok, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter, but I'm not that active, and then they can also subscribe on my YouTube channel. It's Neo_95. So my Neo it's NEHOH Neo.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you post on YouTube?
Yo.
I've never seen your channel.
It's there. I've been posted it for some time now. I used to do quiz, but I think like when you reach 1,000 subscribers, I feel like I started to relax now. Yeah,
Okay.
But it's been quite some time I'm not posting. I'm still trying to get something that is going to be valid.
Okay. Thank you so much. What an amazing conversation. Thank you so much, Noel, for coming. Thank you for watching and for listening. We are now dropping an episode every last Thursday of the month. Until we can afford to shoot weekly, please make sure that you subscribe, like, share, comment. If you would like to advertise your product or brand, please send us an email. If you are working on a project and would like to be a part of our community or would like to find potential collaborations, please do send us an email. The email is mama4work@gmail.com, which is MAMMA, the number 4work@gmail.com. This is Umama Zizo Sibia, and I hope I am leaving you with a heart full of art.
Shout out.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, man.